Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuhu. Let me know if it's working for you guys. Alright, so is it working? Is it okay? Okay, it should be fine. See if the lighting is okay as well. Right, so wa alaikum assalam Fahim. Alhamdulillah. Yes, wa alaikum assalam. Alhamdulillah, I'm very good. How are you? How's everyone here? So I've just been I've been a bit delayed, and the reason is because I've actually got a new device which I've tried to fit in to see if it works, and unfortunately it wasn't getting set up, so I just left it and continued with the normal setup as there is. So yeah, so this is another Friday, guys, another Jum'ah. Alhamdulillah, today we had Jum'ah. I led Jum'ah today, and we had Jum'ah at Sufa, so it went very well, mashallah. Jum'ah was very good. I don't know, can you guys, is it working for you guys? Wa alaikum assalam Fatima. Wa alaikum assalam Amina. Big Mo. Wa alaikum assalam. MashaAllah, love you loads, mate. Jazakallah khair. Big Mo, I haven't seen you for a while, man. So yeah, so it's Jummah, guys, and as you all know, in Jummah, we usually have a little live stream with me. Let me just share this. So yeah, I basically wanted to improve the quality of the image, and I ordered this. This thing is called a. This is what it is. It's called a cam link. So basically what it does is you can connect a good camera to the computer, and then you can live stream from that. So I tried to do that, but unfortunately Qaddar Allah ma sha, it just wasn't working. So maybe hopefully for tomorrow it should work. Tomorrow's Q&A. Hopefully I should have all the problems figured out by then. And but anyway, yeah, alhamdulillah, my week went very well, and looking pious. Allah, Altaf Saab, mashallah. So yes, Altaf, I've got my new camera set up, bro. I got my cam link, yeah. So we're gonna have a challenge. Whose camera is gonna be more clear? So yeah, so it just came in the post today. Yeah, it's called Elgato Cam Link 4K. That's what it's called. So looking at the pious mode, yeah. So because I did Jummah today, so you know what, I had to kind of dress up a bit. So yeah. So anyway, so Jummah is you know, a nice day today as well. Nice and sunny. Today actually a new cat came to my garden today. Yeah, this new cat, and it's really fluffy. It's grey in color, and it was kind of like, it's quite nice, but then it got a bit scared of me, so it ran away. But what these cats tend to do is they come to the garden, and then they urinate in places. I don't know if you've seen them marking their territory. So it's like they've been marking their territory, right, in different places in my garden. So I don't know, you know, if that's something which is a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe helps the plants grow. Anyway, so I bought some of you guys are like asking me about gadgets, yeah. It reminds me of Pakistani aunties on weddings with lots of layers of foundation. Allahu Akbar. I've got no foundation on today, guys. Today is just my normal skin. Yeah, as you can see. Cat from Wuhan. Nah, alhamdulillah, it wasn't. It was cat from down the road. Is organ donation halal? I mean, organ donation halal as in you want to eat them. Organ donation, bro, Altaf. This is the kind of question, the normal question I get. I tell you the usual question I get. Organ donation halal. Istighatha, can you do istighatha? Yeah, what else? Put in the comments if you know what the normal common questions are. SMB salam, Masa open, we meant to go. Well, you should try to go if you can, but if you fear that you're gonna get the coronavirus or someone else is gonna be affected by it, then you don't have to go. Maulid, that's the one. Wa alaikum assalam maja. So I've got this as well. I think I showed you guys this last week, didn't I? Did I show you? Well, this is basically, I bought this from Costco. So you guys, I don't know if you guys know what Costco is. So in Costco, basically they had some offers on, and they had these lights, yeah. And these lights that they had, basically, I thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna get these lights. So it's basically you press this, and they come on the back. Can you see that? Oh yeah. No, we're up there. Well, there. These are supposed to be some nice fancy lights. And I also got this light here, Edison bulb. Yeah, Edison bulb there. There's some Edison bulbs there. I don't know, some YouTubers have it. The only problem with these kind of lights is, let me tell you, is that these kind of lights, you can't see like the filaments inside clearly. You can't see the filaments inside properly. That's the only problem with these kind of things. So when you're kind of streaming it on camera, or you're recording on camera, for some reason you can't see that much detail. I don't know, maybe you'd have to have some super camera for that. Even I know the answer to the organ donation. There's some scholars whose fatwa you always refer to. That's the way. Sponsored live stream. Allah. No, unfortunately. If there's anyone out there, any company, big massive company who wants to sponsor the live streams, yes. Well, depending on what you're advertising. Assuming exams will take place in September. Okay, salam. I felt good today. Pray back in the masjid. Alhamdulillah. I felt good as well. MashaAllah. Very, very nice. Met the guys as well with social distancing, obviously. Sufyan, wa alaikum assalam. Ahlan wa sahlan. How's things on your end? My dad, that was the craziest lights I ever seen. Yeah, these are the crazy lights. Trust me. You can actually dim these as well. And they're designed for, like underneath, what do you call them? In the kitchen. Yeah, the cupboards. They're for them. Where did you get the bookshelves from? Bookshelves I got from IKEA. Yeah, in fact, what I'll do is I'll show you, because lots of people are asking me and they're saying to me they can't find it on IKEA. So IKEA bookshelf. I'm just gonna find it for you guys. Yeah, to save you guys all the hassle. This is how kind of kind guy I am. Yeah, see that? I am the kind guy. Friday live stream. I think it should change. Friday live stream to kind live stream. Yeah, kind live stream. So they are called. Wait for it. Where are they? Should be somewhere around here. It begins with H now. I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong. All these Scandinavian words. Yeah, none of us can pronounce them properly. And especially someone from Birmingham. Like you guys seem to be enemies with my accent. Hemnes. I think it's called Hemnes. Well, I'm going to show you a link and I'll put it in there. And there's various colors you can get. Okay, so there's various colors you can get. And these are the ones you guys can check out, buy it. And I get no commission from this. So this is from my heart. It's from my heart to your hearts. This is. Sakib Chip Shop sponsor. Allahu Akbar. Yeah, Sakib. Javed, brother Javed, if you're watching. Assalamu alaikum, Damyo. Maja cool. Fatu alaikum. Ahlan wa sahlan. Ameen. Sheikh, mate, fix them bookshelves by yourself, or do you, Altaf, I help you? Amazingly, I did it myself. Alhamdulillah. These are the times that we live in. So I did it myself. I fit it in. Alhamdulillah. So yeah, so I did tell you guys, I actually had to get TV license. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but legally, if you want to have a TV license, if you want to try and avoid TV license, then you can't watch anything live stream. So basically, if you're watching this live stream, then you're in trouble. And the loophole around it is basically you got to watch it on a device that's battery charged and not connected to the wall. So weird kind of law. So I had to get TV license this week because I do live streams. And because I do live streams, I have to view the live stream because obviously I'm doing the live stream. So I've got to check if there's any faults in there or anything. And yeah, it's just a big headache. So if you guys didn't know about getting TV license or you're one of those kind of avoiders, apparently they can't catch you. I don't know how they catch you, but they just keep sending you letters and sending people down your house to kind of like, threaten you. But yeah, so I had to get it. And if you guys don't know about TV license in the UK, check it out, guys. Check it out. Saves the headache from having to respond to all the texts and emails and people at the door. Only OGs remember 3 times live stream a week. Allahu Akbar. Who's your top 3 English speaking scholars in the UK? Liaquat Zaman. Oh yes. I don't really kind of listen to English speaking scholars that much. I rarely listen to them. Really. Saqib Masood, if someone does wudu and is unsure he broke it, should he disregard it? If someone does wudu and is unsure he broke it, should he disregard? Yeah, he should disregard that thought. Ignore it. It's as though it never happened. The wudu will be considered to be fine. Yeah, I love BBC. Yeah, so I don't really like BBC. I don't really watch these kind of things. But I had to get it because of the live stream. That's the only problem for me. Live streaming. So anything you watch live, is the problem. Can you please say "Oi mate" in a British accent? Oi mate. Oi mate. Omer Nisar. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Favorite Urdu speaker? Maulana Tariq Jamil. Oh yeah. Whose favorite Urdu speaker is not Maulana Tariq Jamil, man? Come on, yaar. Abdullah, alaikum assalam. Can you explain the hadith that if someone recites dua after wudu, they can enter from any gate of Jannah? Will they get to choose? Yeah, that's what the muhaddithin say, that the doors of Jannah will be calling people, right? And they get to choose whichever one they want to enter through. Yeah, so some people will be called through one door, some people through multiple doors. And Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that you're going to be called through all the doors. I hope that you're going to be called through all the doors. So may Allah make us of those people. I don't care about the TV license, still watching your Big Mo, you're the man. Yeah, that's what I like about you, bro. You just say it as it is. Fatima, I knew it. SMB, should dua be done after fard prayer or after all units are prayed? Difference of opinion. Yeah, difference of opinion. Both are fine. Yeah, both are totally fine. So okay, let me tell you what else I did. Remember last week I was telling you guys about I fixed the kitchen tap, yeah? Well, guess what? I fixed it properly this time. Guess how I fixed it properly? Well, after you guys told me, after Adil, you hear Adil. After Adil told me that this is the ceramic, right? Ceramic washer. So basically, as you know me, what I done was I went and I opened it up, took out the ceramic washer, and then I did some YouTubing, and I found that on the ceramic washer, it's like 2 pieces of ceramic, the white, like marble, and they have to have this sort of substance on there. It's a silicone gel. I didn't have silicone gel, and I'm gonna go buy a whole supply of silicone gel just to fix 2 small taps. So what did I do? I found another solution. I found someone on YouTube who said you can actually use Vaseline. Put some Vaseline on there, put it on, fitted it in. Allahu Akbar. So I fixed 1 tap. Then what happened a few days later, the other tap started to play up. So guess what then? So I went and I opened this one up today. Fixed it. That's it now. Now it doesn't leak. So that's a tip for you guys. Learn to do these kind of things on your own. Trust me. It's so satisfying when you can do something and it kind of feels good as well. So I still got a long way to go, guys. I still got a lot of stuff to kind of make and do besides the videos, obviously. But I thought, I'll give you guys some tips as well, because when you get tips from people it kind of makes you more reliable as well. Yeah, so you guys trust me to a degree. So maybe my DIY tips as well are something that are going to benefit you guys. Mufti Saab, when can we hire you to fix our sinks? I'm ready, guys. I'm ready. The sink man is here. Imagine that's what happens. Imagine I all of a sudden go into DIY and I become famous for DIY, and Roots of Knowledge starts to lose popularity. Abdul, I came across Mufti Laith video from UK. Is he Hanafi Mufti? No. He ascribes to Maliki school. Ahl Haq, can you come do a talk in our masjid when lockdown eases? King's Heath Masjid. Possibly, inshallah. After, why not? So that's what I done in the week, guys. So I managed to sort that out. And alhamdulillah, as you guys are aware, I was able to start Quduri series again and Kanz again. Right, so Kanz is back, Quduri is back, alhamdulillah. This week, every day, videos were uploaded, and mashallah, I got a lot of stuff done. And I got some more stuff in the pipeline as well. So I'm working at the moment on Medina book series. So it's a continuation. After 17 lessons, you do 17 lessons. Do the Medina book series, and then the Medina book series kind of fills in all the little gaps of Arabic grammar that a person wants to apply more. So alhamdulillah, I'm working on that at the moment. Slowly making some videos. Hopefully that should be done in a few months. That should be at least the first book should be finished maybe in a month. And then I'm thinking maybe the other two might take a bit longer. But yeah, so I always try to kind of think to myself, what are the plans? What plans do I have for this channel? What kind of things can I do to improve the channel? Come out with some new videos or even courses that will benefit people. Need some tips for growing hair like yours? I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of tips. I don't know. I mean, I don't really kind of take too much care of my hair. I just let it grow. I think some people's hair is just different. So yeah. So I use guess which shampoo I use. All of you guys should know what shampoo I use by now. Put in the comments. Assalamu alaikum assalam. How are you doing this week? Enjoyed the podcast yesterday. Jazakumullah khair. Yeah. So podcast, alhamdulillah. I think it was a good topic to talk about. Only thing is that there are so many aspects of spirituality and so many aspects to kind of discuss that sometimes you think to yourself, which part of it should I talk about? And then, so I think maybe that kind of a topic, especially the losing iman part, there needs to be more discussion on that, because it's a very sort of it's becoming very common now. Yeah, people having problems in their faith. So I think these kind of things need to be talked about a lot more. And also, to look at it from the perspective of different people as well. So maybe bring on some guests. Yeah, we'll see. And if you guys actually saw my the comment section on the YouTube channel, right? So if you saw the feed on there, I actually put a question there, which was, would anyone be interested in podcast that was in Arabic? So it's not like Arabic, Arabic. It's more of like a learner's Arabic. So they would be speaking Arabic. I'll be on there. Maybe have a few people on there. We could speak Arabic. We may have some guests on there, some students, and it would be around people who are learning Arabic. Bring them on. We can talk in Arabic on certain things. We can talk about the journey of learning Arabic. I think it'll be a very good kind of thing to have. I was just thinking to myself, so I put it up this morning. And at the moment, let's see what's the so far, what are the polls saying? Let's check out the polls, guys, see what you guys have been saying. Who would be interested, who would not be interested? So let's see. So 50 votes so far. Yeah. 82% say yes, you should have an Arabic podcast, and 18% say no. So you're looking at roughly about over 40 people are saying yeah. It's over 40, yeah? About 40ish. About 40 people are saying yeah. About 10 people are saying no. Right, so okay. Looks like it's quite popular then. FIFA saying do it in very simple Arabic. And Amina saying I vote for podcast in Urdu. Urdu might be a good one. Yeah, but depends if you want to laugh at my Urdu or you want to become inspired by my Urdu. It all depends, guys. It all depends. That was the idea. Have a podcast, Arabic, but it's just going to be like an easy Arabic. It's going to be more of learners Arabic. So you're going to have people who are currently studying, maybe teachers, who are teaching Arabic, and the tips that everyone gives. So yeah, I think it would be something interesting. I'd be interested in that kind of stuff. Okay, let's. Right, so I wouldn't be interested in Arabic podcast. Okay, get Zishan from Saladin again. Yeah, inshallah. Zeno, add English subtitles for Arabic podcasts. Yeah, the problem with subtitles is you gotta get someone to go through the entire thing and add subtitles. That's the problem. Hassan Khan, is the hadith of Jabir where he states first thing Allah created was light of the Prophet authentic or fabricated? There's a lot of discussion on this hadith. Yeah, so generally the scholars say that the hadith is considered to be da'if, and some say mawdu, fabricated. But there's a whole discussion on the whole concept of this hadith as well, the meaning of the hadith. Big Mo Sheikh, do you like cornflakes? What is your favorite cereals? I'm okay with cornflakes. Cornflakes is good. I usually eat porridge. Weetabix was good stuff. Sheikh, you use Tija. I'm a big fan. Anytime, yeah, you know it, bro. There's no hadith for wiping face after dua. Yes, there is a hadith. There are hadith regarding it. Okay, so chair. So some of you guys have seen this chair that I've got. This is I don't know if you guys can look at this chair. It's a twirling chair. It's an office chair. It's called a stool chair. Yeah, it's a bit high up. So basically, at the moment, my feet don't touch the ground. And I ordered it, so I received it a few days ago, about 4 or 5 days ago. And the problem is that the ring you have at the bottom where you put your feet on, that was damaged. So they've sent out a replacement. Hopefully, you should get that replacement maybe in the next few days. Fit that back on. So meanwhile, what I've done is I've actually bought myself from Aldi. I bought this footstool, plastic foldable footstool. And you put that on there and it feels so nice, comfortable. I can do work, I can feel relaxed. This is the most important thing, guys. Remember, if you're going to work from home, make sure you invest in good equipment, your chair, your desk. Otherwise, you're going to end up with back pains and you don't want to end up with chronic illnesses. So chronic illnesses is something you don't want at all. So try your best to kind of get something which is good for you. And these kind of net ones are very good because when you sit down, what happens is the weight is distributed on the lower area, right? So you lean back, distribute lower area, so that your back later on doesn't hurt. Right. So Fahim would be very interested in Arabic related podcasts. Yeah, definitely, Fahim. You know what? You might be coming on there as well, bro. Yeah, you need to crack some jokes. You need to crack some Fahim jokes, bro. MH, Salam Ustad, what evidence or reasoning do some people use to justify eating Big Macs, etc.? I don't know, I think the argument that I don't see it as a valid argument. I see it as totally impermissible. But I think some of the people who do use this argument, they use the concept of the meat of the people of the book. So the meat of the people of the book, they take it in a general sense. Anyone who is basically from the West would be considered people of the book, and they just use it like that. But I don't see it as a valid position. I think Dr. Yasser Qadi actually has a debate with another scholar from America regarding this. There's a podcast on it or debate online. So check that out. That's nice. Medina series would be amazing. Yeah, Medina series, inshallah ta'ala. Hassan, have you heard the news today that Turkey's president signed a decree allowing the conversion of Hagia Sophia Museum back into mosque? Yeah, but I mean, see, this kind of news to me doesn't really kind of. I mean, should I get happy? Should I be happy with this that they're making it into a mosque? Should I not be happy with this? I don't know. I don't know the history of it. Well, didn't it used to be like a church or something? I don't know the history of it. Sometimes what tends to happen is, as soon as some like sensational news pops up on social media, all Muslims go crazy and they're just like sharing it and happy, and then you think it's like, well, why are you happy for? Like, are you happy because people are just sharing it, or like, I don't know, have you ever, if you've been to Turkey and you've been there, maybe that's something that kind of resonates with you and that's why you're happy. But I've never been to Turkey, so I don't even know what Hagia Sophia really looks like apart from pictures. So I don't know. Does anyone know about this place? Zeno, my back pain during my Zuhr prayer, so pain, I think I sprained it. Okay. Big Mo, Zeno, slowly I did the namaz, mashallah. May Allah make it easy for you, Shifa. You should do Imam tutorial one day. Jazakallah khair. Yeah, inshallah one day. I mean, my Imam is not anything special I put on. I just wrap it around my head and that's it. So it's just like it's just basically one of those scarves that you get from Saudi. It's like one of those, and it's just like wrapped around the head, around my hat. Ustad, is it correct to say Abu Hanifa rahimahullah was influenced by the Murji'ah? Please shed some light. No, I mean I don't see why Abu Hanifa would be influenced by Murji'ah. I mean, the reason why some people accuse Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah Murji'ah is because he simply says this. He says that in Islam, belief and actions are two separate things. Yeah. So in other words, if a person doesn't do actions, they still are counted as believers. Yeah. So like someone who doesn't pray, doesn't fast, doesn't do Hajj, but they believe in Allah and they believe in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they believe in the Day of Judgment, and they believe the Quran is from Allah, right? They're Muslim. Abu Hanifa says they still have faith. Yeah, and this was in response to those people who used to say any Muslim who does any major sinful act, they are out of the fold of Islam and in Jahannam. Yeah, so this was like a position of the Khawarij and others. So Abu Hanifa rahimahullah was responding to this. And then people assumed that his position was the position of Murja. Murja simply means that they delay certain things in their beliefs, as in they used to say stuff like, oh, you know what, as long as you believe there's a God, you don't have to do anything at all, right? You don't have to do anything at all. No actions are needed, nothing at all. So Abu Hanifa is not saying that. Abu Hanifa is simply saying that belief is separate from action. He's not saying that a person who doesn't do actions won't be sinful. He's saying that a person has to have belief. So what happens is people, unfortunately, for whatever reason in the past, accused Abu Hanifa of these kind of things, and people, unfortunately, in the past have accused Imam Bukhari of being someone who supports certain deviant beliefs, and they've accused Imam Abu Dawood, they've accused who else? Imam Shafi'i, they've accused many people in history. A lot of these kind of like belief kind of issues stems because people are studying history retrospectively and they don't look at the context of things and how things panned out. So they're just like looking at it from far and saying, okay, this guy is this, this guy is this, this guy is this, simply because who accuse someone of something. Yeah, Allah. Are we meant to fast on Ashura? It's good. You don't have to. It's good to fast. It's considered, Hanafis consider it to be like mustahab. It's considered mustahab. It's not necessary. Yeah, so have you ever dreamt of the Prophet ﷺ? Yes. Zeno, been doing research on the Temple Mount. I still can't believe how the Muslim believe the Aqsa Mosque is in the place of Solomon Temple. Zeno, I think you haven't been to Masjid Al-Aqsa. Once you go to Masjid Al-Aqsa, the answer is clear. Right, the answer is clear. So I've been to Masjid Al-Aqsa about 5 times now. Alhamdulillah. And the whole complex is Aqsa. Everything, Temple Mount and everything around is all Aqsa. Yeah, so all of it is considered to be Aqsa. The whole complex. So if you go online and type in Aqsa, You see in Google Images, the whole complex, a massive area. I think it's about 36 acres or something, including the Temple Mount. All of it is Aqsa. So this kind of thing that people, I don't know why the people spread this kind of news. They say stuff like, oh, Dome of the Rock is not Masjid Aqsa. This is something the Jews want you to believe. Actually, in fact, the Jews believe the Dome of the Rock is the holiest place on earth. They believe this is the place they want to take over. They're not concerned about the rest of Aqsa. They actually want Dome of the Rock. And these guys, like, they kind of believe, I was speaking to someone over there, they go, there's a group of the Jews that actually believe that this area can only be stepped on by one individual at a time. Like, only one human can actually step on the mount. No one else can step on it. So they are like really, they don't even, when they go there, they don't even step there. They stand far away. And why now? It was a symbol of the glorious days of Ottoman Empire. Of course, it's something to be happy about, excited. A lot of my Turkish religious friends are very happy and say it's a matter. Yeah, I mean, it's a matter for them. Alhamdulillah. I mean, that's what I'm saying to you. I don't understand why. Like, for example, in Pakistan, let's say in Pakistan, an old, let's say, a derelict masjid was reopened again. I understand people of Pakistan will be very happy. But the rest of the world might not be happy. Alhamdulillah, it's a masjid. Every Muslim is happy at a masjid. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the whole world has to rejoice. Like the three holiest sites on earth, Masjid al-Haram, Masjid al-Aqsa, Masjid al-Nabawi. These are the three holiest sites. Every Muslim, part of their faith is to be happy about these parts. But every other masjid in the world is simply just in the ruling of an own masjid. It's... Can we mix wudu, rub once or twice? Can we mix in wudu, rub once or twice? Yes, you can. MH, in relation to Aqidah, which books do you recommend for study? Like, what's the difference between books like Fiqh al-Akbar, Aqidah Tahawiyya, etc.? Fiqh al-Akbar is basically, they're almost the same. The only difference is Fiqh al-Akbar's language is more in line with the classical terminology that was used in Aqidah. For example, like in Fiqh al-Akbar, the word mu'jizat is not mentioned. Things like bayyinat is mentioned. And in Aqidah Tahawiyya, the language is more of a later language. And because there were many other things that came later on, what happened is Fiqh al-Akbar doesn't mention those in great detail. Whereas Aqidah Tahawiyya touches upon those issues that were raised by scholars after Fiqh al-Akbar was written. Yeah, so it has some sort of extra details in there. If a drop of water falls from the limb to a small quantity of water, can you still? Yes, you can. You know the Temple Mount is the same place the Roman called the Roman fort. The Roman fort built fortress when they. Yeah, so the whole of Masjid Aqsa used to be a Roman fort. The whole of it. Yeah, and there's actually like many old ruins. If you ever seen like Masjid Aqsa pictures of it, you'll see these pillars, and those pillars are actually recycled parts of the old Roman fort. Yeah, and there's lots of like old Roman. You can see the archaeology as well. You can see the Roman work. So if you've ever been to like an old Roman architecture, a building, you can see the way that they build the inside arches. There's a lot of Roman stuff there. You can see. How was your first Jummah? Alhamdulillah, my first Jummah. So in our place, in so far, it's not a masjid, but we had 3 Jummahs there. I led the third one. So alhamdulillah, it's very good, very enjoyable. How was yours, Zainur? Did you enjoy it? When are you going to do 2.0? 2.0 vids are a bit on the hold at the moment. Yeah, later, maybe later in the year. Apologies for bombarding you with so many questions. No problem, man. No problem. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. So yeah, so basically, that's the kind of story behind Masjid al-Aqsa. These kind of, I would say to anyone, before you speak about Masjid al-Aqsa, you need to visit Masjid al-Aqsa, because there's lots of things that rumors you hear people spreading around, and it's not really true. A lot of stuff. Yeah, when you go there, then you realize. Yasin, what is understood by the hadith of Abu Hurairah in which he said he was given 2 types of knowledge from the Rasulullah and he were given to give the other type he would be killed? Yeah, so Abu Hurairah, not just Abu Hurairah, there's other Sahaba as well who have mentioned similar things. The Muhaddithin generally say what this basically meant is those matters which were very sort of like difficult for many people to be able to understand. Abu Huraira didn't tell the people. He didn't convey to them. So for instance, like maybe certain things that were going to happen in the coming years, Abu Huraira didn't want to tell people. So this is why, certain types of knowledge, it's very similar to when a student studies several years. As you go through, you start to study very advanced things. Certain advanced things are not for the public consumption. Public are not meant to be told these kind of things because they're too advanced for their understanding, and they are just going to fall into like controversial areas. They're going to become very confused. Yeah, so this is why knowledge has to be taught in grades, like you grade. Yeah, so this is why even Sahaba, even the Prophet ﷺ himself, he would teach Sahaba in different ways. Certain Sahaba, he would obviously be able to tell them certain things. So one day, for example, I'll give you an example. One day, Mu'adh radiallahu anhu, the Prophet ﷺ said to him that, he says that, Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu says that the Prophet ﷺ said to me that whoever says La ilaha illallah will go Jannah. So Abu Hurairah was going and Umar said, what's happened? He goes, the Prophet ﷺ told me that whoever says La ilaha illallah will go Jannah. So I'm going to go tell people this. Such a good news, amazing news. So Umar stopped him and then he went back to the Prophet ﷺ and he said to the Prophet, Messenger of Allah, please. He says, if Abu Hurairah goes and tells people this, a lot of people will think that's it, that's their ticket to Jannah. As long as they say La ilaha illallah, they don't have to do anything else in Islam. So the Prophet ﷺ then told Abu Hurairah, don't tell people this. As in, don't go around telling people this kind of a statement in this way because they're not going to understand it. So there were cases where this kind of thing did happen. How do you lead a Jummah? What's the fiqh? So basically, inshallah, this is a bit of a long question, so maybe in one of the Saturday live streams I can explain that. SMB, looking at the Quran and following it whilst the Imam is reciting during Taraweeh, or is that allowed? I made a video on that, so check out my video, SMB. Son Goku, yeah, alaikum assalam. Is Big Eid independent of Hajj? Jazakallah khair. Independent in the sense that, yes, it's got nothing to do with what's happening in Saudi, but it's got more to do with the date. So it's a specific date, the 10th of Dhul Hijjah. So it's more to do with a date rather than an event that's happening on earth. Asif, assalamu alaikum. If you have mentioned this already, are you still going to Masjid Aqsa this summer, inshallah? I don't think the Israeli authorities have allowed tourists in. Yes, I don't think that. So from what the tour operator is saying to me is that it's cancelled. And I don't think they're going to be allowing anyone in for the next few months because the situation in Israel is quite bad with COVID-19. Zain, alhamdulillah, was very good. They had a ticketing system. Yeah, so our place had a ticketing system as well. Can you do Aqiqah and Qurbani with the same intention with one animal? Yes, you can. Yasin, have you watched the series Ahmad ibn Hanbal? What do you think? I watched parts of it. I mean, I haven't really kind of like studied Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal's life in great detail to be able to kind of like do a full analysis of it. But from what I understand from Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal's life, a lot of it is fitting in. A lot of it kind of makes sense. Arabic's quite good as well. I just kind of listen to it for Arabic. I don't really listen to it to learn information. It's more about the Arabic. Son Goku, also I recently learnt that the Qiraat of the Quran we follow is not actually of the Quraysh, i.e. Hum in alayhim is still pronounced hum. Is there a reason why the Quraysh Qiraat? So see, the whole thing about this Qiraat, like I mentioned last time, the whole thing about Qiraat requires someone to study thoroughly. Like, what does it mean Qiraat of Quraysh? What was the Qiraat of Quraysh? This is a whole discussion itself. Yeah, so the dialect of Quraysh, Qiraat of Quraysh could be different things. Yeah, so it's not as clear as a lot of people kind of make it out. These kind of topics require someone to study them thoroughly to understand exactly the whole concept of what a Qiraat is, what a dialect is, what language is, what makes like English different from, let's say, Australian English and from American English and from Old English. and from other similar languages, European languages. Right, so there's a lot of Flames. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? I have not been on your live streams. Yeah, Flames. I know. I just realized. Alhamdulillah, I'm very good, Flames. How are you? How's things where you are? Everything okay? You've been well? Jazakallah khair, belated birthday. Jazakallah khair. Yes, so it was my birthday. I am now 38 years old. Yeah, 38. Allahu Akbar. So that means 38 punches. Remember in school when someone asks your age and you say, I gotta give you birthday punches. Why not? I like your revolving chair. When I used to go on my father's office. Yeah, so this is a nice chair. It's actually a kind of rocking chair as well. So you can rock in it as well. Yeah, it's got this kind of rocking. I don't know if you're supposed to rock in there, but my one rocks. So it's like really good for like kind of distributing the weight as well. And twirling is good. Yusuf Tariq, mashallah, prayed Jummah at a Sufa for the first time today. Really enjoyed it. Always, Allah bless Sufa. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Okay, you were there. I actually came because I led the 2 o'clock one. So I think I probably just missed you. Maz, alaikum assalam, rahmatullah. Good to see you as well, Maz. Flame, loving the beard. Allahu Akbar, jazakallah khair, jazakallah khair. The beard loves you as well, man. The beard loves you as well. Yeah, the white hairs especially. San, how could someone learn to be an independent adult? Feel like lots of students, once they graduate, are thrown into the real world and don't know stuff like how to pay bills and keep on top of things. Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with that kind of stuff. And I think there should be, people need to kind of look into this. Yeah, people should be given tips on how to buy a house. What are the different options you have of buying a house, renting property? How would you go about renting a property if you want to do it tomorrow? How do you go and pay for bills? How do you, find out how to read the meter? How do you check where the water is? How do you turn the water off in the house? How do you find out if your electric needs changing? All these kind of things. I think these are very, very important things for any sort of like adult that needs to kind of learn how to be independent. Definitely. And I think a lot of Asian families, they kind of stay together for a very long time. So what tends to happen is responsibilities are not given to a lot of members of the house. So they don't really know exactly what to do. But it's not that difficult. It's not like a scary thing. It's very, very easy to follow. Yeah, very, very easy, alhamdulillah. Does reading aloud in quiet prayers require sajda sahu? If yes, yeah. Subhanallah, 38, you look like you're 28, no joking. Yeah, 38, man, 38, alhamdulillah, almost 40, the age of wisdom. So it looks like I'm going to become wiser, as they say. Yeah, so the wisdom is, I don't know, wisdom is it kicking in? Maz, mashallah, what cake did you have? I didn't have any cake, unfortunately. Yeah, but I was thinking maybe I can have hopefully after a week or so, I'll probably go look for some nice cake, do like some live stream or something, eat the cake and then eat it on your behalf as well. All of you guys, on your behalf, I'll eat all that as well. Assalamualaikum, mashallah, may Allah give you long happy life. Ameen, ameen, ameen. Jazakallah khair. It's on. Zainul, birthday beats. Yeah. Please, Maz. Is a cricket cake, the insect, not the sport. Yeah, actually, cricket cake would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would give me lots of hits. Hassan, mashallah, 38 years younger, mashallah. You know me, I'm not one of those people that kind of fussed about age. Like, I'm not kind of one of those people that kind of like get stressed if someone calls them like 38 and then thinks, oh no, you should call me less. I'm less. I don't tell you my age. I'm not one of those people. I don't care. Whether I'm 38, 48, 58, doesn't matter. As long as my body's working. And as long as I can make videos and move around, yeah, and fix taps, I think I should be okay. Muhammad, Jazakallah khair, Hassan Khan. Muhammad Riza, I'm Muhammad Riza from India. Assalamu alaikum. Nice to meet you, Muhammad Riza. I am Liaquat Zaman from UK. Maz says, can you reduce the video quality for streaming? It's dropping. Is it dropping for everyone? I don't know why it's dropping. It shouldn't be dropping. Let's see. Let me see if I can see if I can. I think it might be the connection today. Yeah, it might be connection sometimes. Connection is a bit yeah. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, actually, might be on your side as well. That could be possible as well. Could be on your side. Yeah, sometimes that's what happens. Yeah, everything else seems fine to me. Right. So men normally don't. It's women who are very sensitive about your age. Yeah, I think that's true. Where do you do the Mufti course? Pakistan. Quality seems fine for me. I changed to 4G and looks good. Alhamdulillah. Son Goku looks good to me. Ustad, can you please make dua for me to get taller? I want to play in basketball professionally, and heights is quite of a big advantage. I'm 13 years of age and 6'5". MashaAllah. So excellent. So you want to be taller, yeah? So inshallah, ya Allah, increase the height of flames. Yes. I don't know. I mean, I can't give you any tips of growing taller, but yeah, I pray to Allah that Allah gives you. I mean, I've actually seen. There's actually from basketball players that I've seen, and they are excellent. They're even better than some of the tall ones. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. How are you? Isn't the Quran general with regards to seafood? If so, why do Hanafis limit fish? Wouldn't it be against our principles? Not necessarily. See, the Quran says, أُحِلَّ لَكُمْ صَيْدُ الْبَحْرِ hunting sea creatures. Yeah, so hunting sea creatures. So when it says hunting sea creatures, صَيْدُ الْبَحْرِ, the Hanafis say that this is a mujmal statement. Yeah, because what does it exactly refer to? So this is why the Hanafis say that the hadith clarify mujmal, just like the wiping of the head. Yeah, وَمْسَحُ بِرُؤُوسِكُمْ, the same thing over there. So khabar wahid hadith is used to do a tafsir of the ijmal. And then we have no records of any Sahaba like eating anything besides fish. Yeah, so fish is the only animal. And the Prophet ﷺ says, أُحِلَّتْ لَكُمْ مَيْتَتَانِ وَالدَّمَانِ. Flames, my name is Abdullah Flames. Abdullah is much more of a cool name, yeah. But Flames is cool as well. So do you know Ustad Uwais Namazi? Yes, I know Mawlana Uwais Namazi, alhamdulillah. Muhammad Riza, thank you, sir. Can you tell me ayat from Quran which motivates us? Google it, my brother. Allah has given us Google, so we should use Google. Zainur, Mantiq is necessary to study? If so, any beginner books and you recommend? Yeah, there's actually a book which is called I think it's called Khulasatul Mantiq. There's one my patrons have access to. I forgot what it's called. Something Mantiq. What is it called? It's by actually, let me just have a little check. Mantiq. Yeah, Al-Mujiz fil Mantiq. Al-Mujiz, called Mujiz. Al-Mujiz fil Mantiq. So it's a nice, easy one, and someone's translated it as well. It's not necessary to study, but if you want to go like into certain areas, then I would say it's necessary. Son Goku, would you consider videos which tackle lies that Islamophobes raise, i.e. they use how the grammar is incorrect in certain... Yeah, definitely. I think I'm going to be working on that soon. But the only thing with these kind of things is that if the audience doesn't understand like certain amount of knowledge, they're not going to be able to appreciate those videos. It's just going to simply be like Muslims watching it because they want to feel as though, the Muslims have answers to these things. But to appreciate these kind of things, you need to know some basic kind of things in Arabic to be able to appreciate that. But yeah, inshallah, I'm thinking I can do that. This is just my username, not my accounts and game stuff. I have personal account as well. Allahu Akbar. Jazakallah khair. Abdullah. Zainur, did you study philosophy in madrasa? What are your thoughts in this subject? Yeah, we studied philosophy. We didn't study like all philosophy. So we only study like a certain restricted historical Muslim philosophy. Ideally, you want to study, if you want to go into philosophy, you need to study Greek philosophy, you need to study then Islamic philosophy, you need to study Jewish philosophy, and you need to study modern philosophy as well, if you really want to go into it. Yeah, but if you just want, if you just want to study it just because you want to become familiar with certain terms and certain concepts, that's fine. You can study books like Mibzi and other things like that. Wouldn't be an issue. If a University Islamic Society wanted to have you to talk for them, what would be the best way of getting in contact with you? Might ask my society at Imperial London to invite you. I don't know. Usually I don't really have time really, because usually university, their talks are usually in the weekdays, and then and I'm really busy. That's the only problem. So I usually give talks for Aston University, Birmingham University. They usually invite me, but the problem is just time. But best way to contact me will be through email. Muhammad Riza, Alhamdulillah, that's a very good perspective. Google is one of Allah's gifts, but we most don't realize it. Definitely. Excellent, inshallah. Muhammad Saad, makes sense. What about the aura of a man, of an amma? Isn't it against generality of Quran about aura of Muslimat? Yeah, so basically, because in the Quran mentions about the ruling regarding the abid to be like nisfu ma ala al-muhsanati min al-adhab. So that means their ruling is reduced. So the amma is actually considered to be in the hukum of a mahram. Yes, so just like the Quran mentions about the mahrams, so they are in the hukum of the mahram because they fall under, tawafuna alaykum ba'duhum ala ba'd. Sangaku, would be good to see you destroy disgusting people like Christian Prince. Yeah, I'm not too much into debating. I don't really like debating because I know what's going to happen. It's like I'll make a video, someone makes a video against me, and then people are waiting for me to make a video against that, and I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't really have time for that. So I would make a video to clarify a certain point, and then I'll leave it at that. Then if someone makes a video against me, I probably wouldn't make a video. Shall I make you a YouTube banner free of charge? Okay. Yeah, if you want. Let's see what you can make. Jazakallah khair. Abrar Hussein, Assalamu alaikum. If a person joins namaz late, does he have to read till then the end, or just in tashahhud, including the rood, or only tashahhud? He only has to read end of the tashahhud, right, before the rood, and then he gets up when the imam gives salam. True can of worms. Yeah, that's the thing. So sometimes what happens is, and that's why I've said this several times before, a lot of people who watch these kind of individuals, like they watch, Speaker's Corner, and a lot of the people who watch, I would say 80-90% of them, they already made up their mind which side they want to be on, and they're only watching it just because they enjoy these kind of debates and they like looking at things from different ways. That's all. So it's not about really finding like a really solid sort of like an argument. It's more about just waiting for Muhammad Hijab to kind of come down upon the other guy, or they're waiting for so and so to do this. Ja Ahmed, thank you for your videos you have posted. Sir. You're welcome, Ja Ahmed. May Allah bless you. Abdullah, if a person is leading a Jamaat with only the Imam and one person standing beside him but a bit behind, if the person behind the Imam breaks his wudu, does the Imam continue to read aloud? So that's a good question, an excellent question, that is. This is where there's an ikhtilaf amongst the Hanafis about this. Some of the Hanafis argue that the salat will become a single salat, and some of the Hanafis argue that the salat will be considered to be nullified. So the difference of opinion there. I understand most of tajweed because of you. Shukran. Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless you. Jazakallah khair. These kind of beautiful feedback, gives me a lot of inspiration. Thank you very much, my brother. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. May Allah bless you. Muhammad Riza, what is upcoming live book of trade is about? Can you please give us brief? Yeah, check it out, inshallah. It's about the rulings of trade in Hanafi fiqh. Okay, so anyway, I am going to have to leave in a bit. Yeah, just actually. I'm just going to respond to this. Ya Allah. And can the person join back? Yeah, so those people who say, so basically according to Hanafis, the Imam does not have to be an Imam when he starts his Salat for someone to join. So and you can join in anyone's Salat. If there's a guy praying Dhuhr, you can join in that Dhuhr. Also, as long as you're joining in the Fard Salat, it's fine. Just a question, if a person stands back up after the Imam finishes the Salat, does he have to say the Takbir or does he just stand up without saying Takbir? Ideally, he would say Takbir. It would be preferred to say Takbir. Last question. I read Madkhal ila Usul al-Hadith ala manhaj Hanafiyya that Hanafis would rather do tarjih than jama between texts. What's your perspective on this? Yeah, there's an ikhtilaf amongst Hanafis on this issue. Yeah, so some of the Hanafis are on the position of tarjih over jama, but a lot of the Hanafis they actually prefer jama. So jama, tarjih, then nasakh. That's what they do. But some Hanafis, they actually prefer nasakh. Hanafis say nasakh first, nasakh, jama, tarjih. And some say no, nasakh, tarjih, jama. This is like the difference. Whereas the Shafi'is, they actually prefer jama over nasakh. They say nasakh is like the last thing that you should do. So they first will go for jama, tarjih, and nasakh. Yeah, so what's your perspective on that? So I would say basically from looking at from a dalil point of view, jama seems to be after nasakh, jama seems to be the best thing, and that's why Sheikh Anwar Shah Kashmiri as well he inclines towards that, because that seems to be more in line with trying to do, he says, trying to do i'mal of a nas, right, then do ihmal of it. So the i'mal is more important. Inshallah, I will email the ban to you on the weekend. Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much, Abdullah. May Allah bless you. Right, so Jazakallah khair, guys. Thank you very much for watching this live stream. May Allah bless all of you guys. Now, remember, guys, if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. If you haven't checked out my other videos, check them out. Tonight, inshallah, we have the Kanzud Daqaiq, yeah, which is on Hanafi fiqh, on trade, of how to trade. So I cover that on Fridays. Saturdays I do live stream question and answers in the evening, and I also upload one of the episodes of the Quran series. So we're going to Surah Baqarah. So we're going to have that tomorrow as well. Sundays we got Surah Yasin. Make sure you stay in for that. Mondays we have Sarf or Hadith. Tuesdays we have Tarkib, I'rab of Surah Qasas. Wednesdays Imam Shafi'i. And Thursdays we have Mukhtasar al-Quduri and podcast. Jazakallah khair. May Allah bless all of you guys. Do a Sufa live stream there, khutbah? I'm not sure. I don't know. Jazakallah khair, Abdullah. Son, alaikum assalam. Have a great weekend. And you have a great weekend as well. I'm thinking about maybe I'm going to do a barbecue today, guys. I'm going to do a barbecue. Yeah, and maybe I can show you guys tips on how to do good barbecues. Yeah, maybe that might be a good idea. Abdullah, wa alaikum assalam. Sarf, hopefully inshallah this week there should be a Sarf video on Monday. I usually put it up about I think it's about 7:30, 8 o'clock, right about that time. Alright guys, take care inshallah. Remember in your du'as, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.